And television dude here, and it's a day or two later, and this is the puzzle. It is a hexagonal Dipyramid. It's either pronounced Dipyramid or just Dipyramid, I'm not really sure. The auction that I won it off of called it a 12-sided Dipyramid, but it really only has 6 sides, 6 real sides and 6 fake sides. An YouTube video referred to it as a 3x3x3 hexagonal Dipyramid. I think that would probably be the better term for it. This is actually just a 3x3 in disguise, because really it has 6 centers. One there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. If you cut off the corners, it will probably look more like a 3x3. And if you shaved it off on each side. Now this will not be a full-on tutorial. I'm not going to go over all the algorithms because they're basic 3x3 algorithms. It's the ones that I used in my How to Solve a Rubik's Cube video, the basic version of solving a Rubik's Cube. But I'm going to scramble it now. Let's see here. Can get a tad confusing, remember what lines up with what. This is becoming one of my most favorite puzzles that I've purchased recently. This and the barrel cube. I really love this thing. There is another tutorial out there, and it's pretty good, but the dude uses a lot of big words that just go right over my head. So I'm going to try to solve it with more simplistic terminology. More for the common person like myself, who doesn't know that much about cubes. Doesn't know all the fancy speed tricks and finger tricks and fancy algorithms. I just know the simple, basic Rubik's algorithm. And I'll also say that if you own this and you haven't solved it yet, but you know how to solve a 3x3, you're really missing out on a lot of fun. You should really try to figure this out on your own. Because I actually, as basic of solving puzzles as I am, I figured this one out on my own. Surprisingly, I figured this one out on my own. The only hint I gave myself was after I scrambled it like this, I went back to the eBay auction that I won this off of, and I just looked at the picture for a minute, and it dawned on me that it was probably just a 3x3, but with just some weird shapes. And that's what it is. So I'm going to solve yellow because I think that will look better on camera, I think. Let's see, red, yellow, I think that might look better on camera. So that means we'll solve the gray first, actually, because then we'll be solving the red. Let's see, this is actually an edge piece. That's an edge piece, that's an edge piece, that's an edge piece. These big blocky ones, and these ones that look kind of like, kind of triangle-ish. And on these ones here that have the 3 colors, pretend like the middle one does not exist, because that's part of the false side. Only pay attention to this little triangle here and this little triangle here. So this one's already lined up because that's part of our yellow. And here's one here. We'll bring that up. This big blocky one. Now there should be one more blocky one and one more small triangle. There's the small triangle. So we'll bring that up from the bottom. Now where's the big blocky one? It's right there. So we'll bring that up. Now we'll put it around the yellow. Actually, I did this wrong because I want to solve the gray. I want to do the gray first because then I can work on the yellow. My bad. So let's put the grays around the yellow. I wasn't thinking. properly. So I can just switch that around real quick, and we'll have the grays, and we'll do it that way. Blue with blue, turn it upside down. Red with red, turn it upside down. Orange with orange, turn it upside down. And green with green. Now we have the gray cross. Doesn't look much like a cross, looks more like a diamond or a rocket. Now this piece here, we need the big bulky diamond piece, but this is actually the incorrect diamond piece. Even though it has gray on it, it's the small triangle gray. We need one that has the big triangle with gray on it, and that would be this one here. So we need that right there. So let's bring this down and this over, but it's not oriented correctly, so we'll bring it past and back, down again. Now it's oriented correctly. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Now what goes here? Actually, this piece goes here. It kind of looks like a triangle. It looks like an arrow pointing at something, and that's what we want. So let's bring that out, and we're going to put it there. And it's not oriented correctly, so we'll bring that past, bring it back again, and now it is oriented correctly. These pieces that look like they're arrows need to be pointed at the centerpiece. And the same goes for here. This one's already in place. So we have one less one to put in place. It looks like an arrow and it's pointed at the blue center. Now we need the orange one pointed at this center, and it's right there. So let's see what we got here. And it is already oriented correctly. And that is good. So that means our whole bottom is complete. And another way of looking at it, this is just a regular Rubik's on the bottom. You know, 3 across, 3 this way, 3 this way, 3 that way. The other colors are just there to throw you off. This is part of the fake side here. So now we are working on the middle edge layer. Middle edge pieces. Just like a regular Rubik's. So just like a regular Rubik's, we need these pieces up here. So we'll line blue up with blue, orange on top. That means we'll turn it this way. And now it is in place. And now this one here, need the ones without yellow in them, so red with red, blue is on top, so we'll move it this way again. And now that is in place. Now let's see here. Now here's the one I was going to show you here. Now normally when you're working on a Rubik's, you want the ones without yellow. But in this case, the yellow is in the middle. Like I said, with these middle ones, pretend like that color does not exist. The actual colors are red and green. So we can use this piece, and that's the one we need. So green here, red's on top. So once again, we're moving it this way. And it is in place. This is one of those false sides, but it is in place correctly. Now we have any left? Let's see here. They all have yellow in them, but we have some that are this one's in here, but it's in the wrong position. So we got to bring it out. And now where is it? It's over here. So green with green, orange on top, so we're bringing it this way this time. Correct, 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 and correct. So the whole middle layer is correct. Now we're on to the top. Now right away we have the line. So now we have the backwards L. Don't let those little triangles fool you, it's part of it. Now we have the cross. Now that we have the cross, let's figure out where we're at here. Let's try to line up the pieces and see if they match accordingly. This is where that piece goes, but gray does not match up with green. The gray should be down here, so that piece is incorrectly oriented. This one is correct. Green pointed at that. That's right. This one is wrong. This one is wrong. So that tells us that this should be down here, and we either have soon or anti-soon. Since the yellow is pointing this way instead of this way, we probably have soon. So that is good news. So if we had soon, that means, now that is correct, that is correct, that is correct, and that is correct. And they're in the right positions. So that means we can skip the next step, which is good for me. Hold on a second. So normally we would do this step to orientate these in the right positions, but they're already there. Goody, goody, goody. Yes, I know that sounded lame. And we have one middle edge piece in its correct position. So that means we are one step away from solving this sucker. Now which way are we going? This orange needs to come over here, this green needs to come over here. So let's do our last swapping algorithm here. And we have solved it just like a regular Rubik's. The only tricky part is actually, you know, the soon, the anti-soon, that step. What is that? Step 5? I believe that's step 5 in the basic Rubik's. So it is confusing sometimes to figure out how the pieces are supposed to be oriented and where they're supposed to be pointing to and how you're supposed to hold it. But once you get past that step, the rest of it is pretty darn easy. That wasn't too hard, was it? And I'm an amateur. That is a very, very fun puzzle, and I love this puzzle to death. So that's the end of this video, so thanks for watching.